Now I would like to invite Professor Asis Datta. He is the doyen in the area of molecular biology and biotechnology. Professor Datta has always been at the forefront in the area of biotechnology and development of translational biology products. So let's welcome Professor Datta. Please.
It's a good morning. I'm really happy to see the galaxy of people. Not only on dais, and also you can see that in the front and other, that. And when he mentioned that he invited a lot of people from the different countries, and that's excellent to see that there is some of them really came and to see that what's happening. So many thanks to you, Rajiv, asking me to come. I came ICRISAT long time back. I used to come. Now I see that it's a kind of a change. Always you can see that you can tag with the improvement, that. When you are talking the improvement, I'm not the crop improvement. I'm talking that it's a kind of a institutes, And it's a kind of, I'm sure all of you know the ICRISAT's mandate is to help, that, to develop. And when the farmers can get the benefit. And that is the kind of a thing, that is a kind of a dream that what I have always. Whatever I do, activity, that to bring to society, And that's exactly, that I've been following, say, this ICRISAT's work, And not only that Asia Sub-Saharan, that is a kind of a country, they're united. And they do the great job. And particularly, that I know that what Rajiv has been working on that. It's a great effort, that. To do this kind of collaboration for the different, that scientists, it's not quite easy. We always talk, we say, okay, you publish. You can publish. But you have to see that how, that step by step you can go, ultimately, one can get benefit. And now when you talk about that, think about the situation. It's a kind of a thing, I'm sure all of you know that it's a population goes up. It's 75 million. That's the kind of record that will be in a century. How to feed them? And what exactly you want to do? Then how the genomics comes in the picture. We had to talk about this, a kind of a green revolution several years back when Mr. Swaminathan and all this, that I'm sure that Siddiq was involved also. Kind of thing, that ultimately, that is a kind of a gene revolution. Always I say that is a kind of a transfer, These are different crops, that they're doing that. Is how one can take the advantage of that. Think about that. We have that kind of a dry line that what ICRISAT is a mandate. How the dry line can be developed. How the farmers can get more, that is things, Another thing is very important. Like here, that India is a kind of a farmers, they don't have the big land. And they take the loan for the government. But they do that job. But they cannot, that transfer, that their crops or vegetables to city. As a result, what is happening in the city, that price has gone up. And also same time, just, that farmers, that suppose they grow that tomato, it do not last more than 10 days. But if you can do that, there's something you do that while it can also, that what we have done that, I don't want to talk about my work. You say, now then he doesn't need any transportation. Keep it in mind. The government doesn't provide any transportation facility and also storage facility. But it will not last. I think this is a kind of challenge when you are talking the crop improvement. That's why it's a kind of a genomics come in the picture. It's a kind of additional, I'm not talking, yes. You have to have that, is a technology for us, we are doing that. Whatever plant breeding, whatever, that development. I'm talking in addition, you have to see how this genome is come in the picture. It's a kind of a dry line. You say, think about that. It's a kind of abiotic and biotic, a lot of stress, There is a kind of a mandate, that one should have that, to develop. I'm really, happy that it's a kind of a non-profit organization. They want to help, They want to see how thing moves. How, there's a kind of a different, that is I think the Rajiv's effort that is a different, that is a crops, that serious, that they are here sequencing. And that's a kind of flag that what he has. That's a platform, all is a tale. Now we have to go up. How one can use that, I think that's very important. I'm sure that ICRISAT, that is a kind of thing. And this is a Deputy Director General, that he also mentioned like that also. It's a kind of a profit, is one thing. What kind of profit? Definition is different. That's a profit that everybody gets at. And think about that today, that is when stock in Asia and Sub-Saharan, that Africa, they united. That is more than 40% is a kind of a newly born child is arrested. How one can think that a country will go up when there is a 40-45%, they cannot move, they cannot do. They know there is a mother doesn't know how to feed, what to feed. And this is the thing, is a kind of a challenge. That's why not only food security, it's a nutrition security should come that. How one can get that one, should be the challenge. It's not that you get the food, not that you are doing that, that produce lot. How people they can get the access, I think that's what is a kind of a ICRISAT's mandate. How they can get that one. Is everybody should have the food and should have the nutritious. Then we can say the country is secured. There's food secured. I'm sure this particular, that is a Congress. This is a kind of a gathering of a lot of people, a lot of excitement would be there. And I'm sure that we are all waiting for your lecture also. Let's see about that, how one can see. And anyway, it's a kind of a brief comment. That's what I have. I again thank, that mainly is Rajiv, yours, that, okay. So I thought that how many SMS I should get, that is better to come here and see you after that, and also the ICRISAT after a long time. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for this very, very informative and inspiring inaugural address. So you have highlighted the need for not only for India, but also for Sub-Saharan Africa and the work in the area of biotechnology, as well as what ICRISAT has been doing. So thank you very much once again.